me in the fucking head!
I've died 39 times, even though there was less of me to save each time.
Seeing that back to back makes me wonder if maybe Rex isn't also a Donald. Seems more likely than him surviving that.
Tell her you love her. Or
No.
tell her you don't love her. Just tell her something.
I think I miss my wife.
Man, this show's so good. Invincible Season 3, Episode 1. What's Mark getting up to now? Is he actually training? Are we really training? Finally. Okay, no, we're fighting. This is also training, though. Should have known better to think Mark was training. Does look like he's getting better, or stronger at least. It's good to see him smiling, too. I mean, the events of Season 2 were a lot. He's not broken yet, and he's still in good spirits, it seems.
You okay? No!
The GDA thanks you and your son for your assistance, and we assure you we're still searching for a cure for his condition.
Then what's next?
Maybe he's training Mark. Maybe Mark is being trained. That's beast. Moon time trial, that's so cool. I wonder what his time is. I gotta complete the lap. This is like, I'm like scared to believe, but this is kind of all my dreams coming true. And it's paying off. It's living up to the expectations. A Mark training montage is great. In the water too, that's tough. I think. I don't know how it works. How does that work exactly?
When we're through with him, he'll finally live up to the name.
Invincible. Why? Damn it. I gotta get back in the groove. Forgot about that.
And his strength, and we checked this wasn't a mistake, 138%.
That's crazy. This is the best way to start Season 3.
He beat that Viltrumite woman who made us all shit our pants 3 months ago.
The thing is, maybe not. Who
I
knows?
think so. But she implied someone much worse was coming.
Yeah, and there's a whole planet of them.
Why we're not stopping here.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's such a binary thing. There's no good enough. Please tell me they pulled him out of college. If we combine him actually doing training, finally, with him quitting school, all of my wildest dreams will have come true.
Is this why the coffee maker's still broken at Guardians HQ?
We bought you a new hand, Rex. That wasn't cheap.
What's the cost of the world surviving? What is the value of humanity's collective soul?
Believe it or not, but somebody appears to be stealing the Declaration of Independence from the National Archives building.
Yeah, let him have it.
Can't be Doc Seismic. He's still under lock and key.
Maybe he's gone like full on Toph and has metal bended sealing it.
You guys could at least pretend like you'd like my help. Maybe I should take Rex.
Moral support. Who is this shady character?
National Archives Building, Washington.
I mean, in light of the incoming alien invasion by a planet of supermen,
Now we're messing
this
up
seems
the
low
past.
priority.
Technology this old is
They look
tricky.
like
It's practically made of wood.
transformed
It's not made out of wood.
beasts from Beauty and the Beast. The flowing locks.
What? They're not the police. So,
Interesting logic
Eve
there.
says she hasn't seen you in months, and that you're avoiding her?
I'm not avoiding her, just with Oliver and my new training routine, I've been busy.
Right. Busy avoiding the awkwardness.
Obviously, you two have had the hots for each other since, like, forever?
Have they? I don't know.
I'm trying to hold back. I don't want to hurt him too much. I think he's just a normal dude.
Normal this?
Yeah, this is a challenge for Mark in the other direction, not annihilating this dude. Why do you look like...
You killed my sister!
Oh, that's why you look like Omni Kate, or have her powers. Kate really needs to reveal that she's alive.
Rex,
Is your leg okay?
come on.
Away on our hover scooter. Oh, they still got the Declaration of Independence. Another hanging thread at Invincible.
You can't hurt us no matter how strong you are, because you're all alone.
No, he can, though. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's not fair. You gotta, like, announce, like, if the original is here, please step to the left.
You, out of everyone, should know how hard we are to kill.
You could have sent a letter, or email, text message.
She wanted to disappear for a while.
Selfish, but okay.
Ah, fuck you, Immortal.
His finger's working again.
Just go, before you make this worse.
Oh, that's rich. What's worse than this?
Still? Come on, Paul. Hawks was right. We just gotta end this now before it can get out of hand. We can't have another dead man's parade situation.
Paul almost killed Rex. And because of him, those guys got away with the Declaration of Independence.
What?
I don't care if he's your brother. He's going to prison now.
Yeah. Feels
John
right that there's
Witherspoon,
some consequences for that.
Oliver Walcott, and
Oh
George
man,
Wolfe.
he's already 45 years old.
You promised. I remember.
Of course. We're done for the day.
Yes. Hi, Mom. Going outside to play. See you later.
They say they grow up fast.
Oliver grows up really, really fast.
His growth and development are off the charts. But they should start to level off once he reaches puberty.
It's time for him to get a job.
Hi, April. You know stuff. How important is the Declaration
that
of
line.
Independence again?
Ask your brother. See you both tomorrow.
Well, if you had,
I'm pretty sure we made a copy.
You know too.
Mom.
Yes. College dropout confirmed.
Then what happened?
Crazy that we already have this whole
I had
relationship.
to
Mark has
save
a
Rex from like 100
little brother,
balls.
and he's a real person now, as opposed to whatever babies are. And that makes me very scared. It's just another vulnerability. This is where I used to make a joke about how we need to train, but wow, I'm actually emotionally moved by the fact that this season opened with a training montage. We're growing. I feel like we're healing. He also seems like a really sweet kid.
If I was there, I would have made sure we got him.
Yeah, what's the extent of his powers?
I made drawings of my costume, and I'm practicing my moves. We'll be a team.
Oh, this is familiar. We've come full circle.
Once you get your powers.
Promise.
Okay,
I promise.
there it is.
But
Now we
remember,
know.
I didn't get my powers until I was way older than
Whoops.
you.
And now we're flying. This kid a little bit ahead of the curve.
Hey.
Holy shit, Kate! Kate!
Relief and then anger. Anger and then relief.
I needed some time. On my own.
You could have just said that in an email.
Shut up, Kate!
Congratulations, I guess.
I'm glad you're sitting down, Rex, because it's a full-on family reunion today.
Hey, Rex.
Who is that? I don't remember what this is. Oh, it's little girl. Small, big then small, small then big. Size girl. Right, she was there, that
We
Lizard
almost
League
got
incident.
killed together, so that makes us like,
Losers?
Comrade losers. This is too good-spirited, and anime has taught me never be happy.
There's been 3 subway derailments in the last month in New York, all traced back to small shifts in the tunnel foundations.
Yeah, I feel like Doc Seismic is doing something.
And our resident earthquaker?
Now look at him, he's totally guilty. He's doing it right now. Get his hands off the floor.
You were 17 when you got your powers, which honestly was still too early. And the fact that Oliver kept them a secret, I mean, that worries me.
He just wanted to surprise me.
No, this kid, he has a pattern. We saw it twice already. He's learned that you can manipulate people into doing things by making surefire bets. He already knew those state capitals or whatever. He may even have powers we don't know about. And it might not even be the last scheme we see from him.
He's a kid. You think he's not going to try them out? You would have.
He promised.
He's using his powers right now.
I just want to point out that here I am, the only guy without superpowers or a banging cyborg body, and I just beat both your butts for the 3rd time in a row. Boom.
Maybe bowling's his superpower.
Remember when I was trapped in that dimension with Angstrom, and that other Eve showed up to save me?
Yeah, she dropped a bombshell, and it was a huge burden, to be honest.
So
And it was a
the other
repulsive
Eve said she always
thing
loved
for my
you, and
feelings.
that you needed to either love her back or let her go because you were ruining her life?
No
Pretty
pressure. As we all know, if you like someone and you want them to have feelings for you, and you want to encourage them along a path of romance, the best thing you could possibly do is make an ultimatum on their love. The only thing better than that is begging. Begging always romantic.
Should I tell her about the other her?
Hard no. That's super weird and awkward. Do not go there.
I think you should.
This other her isn't her.
That's why it's okay to tell her.
I want to be honest with her from the start. Not like I was with Amber.
There's a big
This is
difference
great.
between being honest and being too honest. And this is definitely the latter.
I agree.
I don't agree. I hope Rick's okay. I don't want to say never because obviously there's always exceptions to things, but I think it's almost never wrong to tell the truth. I understand what he means by being too honest, but I think what that really is, either there's something else mixed in there that's not honesty, there's some emotion. Like there's a reason you're saying that. It's a pointed comment. You're hoping to inflict some kind of damage, or the timing just isn't right. You're not reading the room. Or another way to look at that is you're not correctly interpreting the goal of the moment. Not every conversation or interaction, actually maybe very few, are informationally oriented. It likely is something more like cohesion oriented. But big picture, hiding critical information, especially something that's relevant, I think is not even that far off from an act of betrayal.
It's his heart. He's still having pain from.
Oh yeah, Rick's also a Donald.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that life can change in an instant. So don't wait.
Thanks, Rick. That's good advice.
It is good advice.
But leave the other
Overall.
her out of it.
Make your own choices, Mark. Listen to advice and then listen to your heart. So much buildup. I don't know. Something needs to vent this
Still how you
pressure.
feel? Easy. Oh, God, how am I more nervous about this than fighting aliens?
No, I understand. Makes sense. Oh, so much for venting the pressure. It just got more awkward. Also, like, what about Amber? I mean, I know we broke up with Amber for her protection, but like, it's not that Eve's necessarily super safe. I mean, she's safer. She has more tools at her disposal, but you know, it's still Vilkermites.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about my powers.
That's okay, Oliver. But no more secrets.
Huh? I'll get it.
Wait,
They're leaning very
I'm not
heavily on this
finished.
no secrets thing. It's making me suspicious. No.
I think you missed a spot there, kiddo.
Okay, that's nice.
You tell superheroes what to do, and if they don't listen, you get super mad.
That's about right.
Right, yeah,
I
accurate.
also heard of you.
Good, because I'm almost a superhero too.
Yeah, I mean, due to his aging, he's right.
How's your mom?
Her arm's totally healed, so she's doing okay. I think she likes having me and Oliver around.
Yeah, she gets to be a mother again.
It's weird, though. Why is going to school more nerve-wracking than fighting aliens?
Uh-huh. We're just
No
thinking about
feeling.
that. Yeah, makes sense. I think it's just about practice, honestly.
Okay.
Lead with the truth, Mark. Just lead with the truth.
I want to see if we, meaning you and me, if we could work.
This is very
together,
sudden and
but
weird.
like as people, not work.
Are you asking me out?
Thank you for interpreting that.
Like it or not, Debbie, you're a part of this too.
Cecil, how many times do we have to have this conversation?
Honestly, Cecil has
My
been trying. I mean, it seems like he's been doing his best.
will always be to my family first, and that's never going to change.
I don't fully trust
No
him
matter
either,
What?
but I trust him at the same time. Because I feel like I know what he wants and who he is. Yeah, it's totally you. He looks a little bit too happy in this prison cell.
What the fuck is this?
I don't want to lose Rex again.
Show me Seismic.
There it goes. Doc Seismic joining Lizard League and villains you thought were totally useless until it's too late. And also maybe killing Rex.
I understand you have a job to do, but I also know that everything else is secondary to that job. And
That's what I was saying,
why
yeah.
I can never trust you with either Mark or Oliver's lives.
Other people have
That
sons
is
and
fair.
daughters, too.
This
Sons
is
and
fair.
daughters who aren't as lucky as your boys.
It's all fair.
That is
Yeah.
not fair.
Every superhero in America has been abducted, except for 2.
This is one of them, Oliver. Oh yeah, these two.
Sure. Let's try.
This feels wrong. It doesn't feel organic. I don't think this is gonna work out. What, do we kiss now? I don't know.
Let's try and see what happens.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh man, I just didn't want to leave you hanging anymore.
Leave me hanging, huh? So you should lead with the truth.
Remember that other you I told you about?
Yeah?
She said she always loved me, and not knowing
This
if
is
I
gonna be
loved her
weird
back
now.
was
You should do it in
killing
reverse
me.
order.
She told me I should either ask you out or shut it down forever.
Wait, sorry.
This, okay, oh no, Mark. Oh no, Mark. I thought she would interpret it that way. See, the reverse order would have worked better because you tell the whole story and then you say, and it made me realize that I should act on these feelings I've always had for you. Or not. I mean, maybe Eve hates that too. Maybe she comes to the same conclusion, but like, whatever. She's entitled to make her own choices given the full truth of it.
Cecil, please, not now. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight on the way.
This better be fucking cataclysmic.
It is. Mark is so good. He's so great at foot and mouth. It does include Oliver. There are 3. Oh, wow. She's on it. You promised. She can't stop you, though. Although she has mom powers.
I think you'll agree it was worth every
Okay, we're
minute
alive.
of my incarceration.
Yeah, you've only helped them. It's like how people go into jail and end up becoming better criminals. Criminal university.
Super-powered fascists fighting to keep your capitalistic slave machine running.
Right, it's about capitalism.
You're crushing us.
This is bad. I mean, I don't think Doc Seismic is a threat now, even. But he just invented a new prototype that apparently can stop every superhero. This is up the ante of the villain superhero arms race. None of them can get out of this? Yeah, Eve also perfect for this. What is that? Why is that here? I didn't notice that. I guess that's what made the sacks. It's like that creature from One Punch Man. This is all sort of a big nothing for Mark, especially with his new abilities.
How does a nobody like Doc Seismic pull shit like this?
We were all sleeping on Doc Seismic.
What do we have if Mark and E go down?
No one close, sir.
This is also terrible that Mark is struggling with insects. We thought he was getting better.
But Cecil said all the superheroes were gone, so I wanted to go out and help until they
Oh,
got
his little
back.
knee pads. Look at that. And goggles.
Why didn't you talk to me first?
I don't know.
This is just adolescence, but with much greater stakes. You're trying to establish yourself in life.
You know who's Invincible's mom? Mm-hmm. That's right. Me. And since he always listens to his mom,
This is just brainwashing.
training you so someday you
Okay.
can be a hero just like him.
That's good. Good momming. Mom powers.
I promise, I promise, I promise.
Anyway, it's only going to be like next week. You can't one-punch a centipede? Discouraging.
These creatures were born deep in the fire and pressure of the Earth's womb.
God bless you.
Free the others! I'll cover you!
What was that like? Man, I can't even make this comment without admitting that I noticed this. This is going to be a self-own while I try to make fun of the show. But why do they draw Mark so caked up? Doc Seismic, huh? It actually pierced his skin. Toxin? Is there some kind of poison? Not like this.
You're not supposed to be this tough.
You're not, yeah.
You're not supposed to win.
Yeah, wow, Dr. Seismic really having his moment. It's kind of inspiring. If Doc Seismic can do this, then any of us can.
Please, we're in big trouble.
He's also too powerful for this basic of a worldview.
No final quips before your deaths?
Eat your own dick!
Nailed it. Best one. Good job, Rex.
Display of wit and intelligence?
Alright, we've been reserving this. Speaking of Avatar, this is very Korra. What room is there in the bending world when you have machines? And he's airbending. Wow, finally, the Avatar sequel. You wanna let them out? Yeah.
Mark!
What? Why?
If I'm going down, so is everyone!
Yeah, I got the feeling that was the plan from the beginning. Eventually, at least. You gonna take the full blast? It's so cool, the shadow thing. Into the dark realm you go.
But yes,
Okay, what are we doing?
why the hell is he here? And why the fuck are those things here? He's a murderer.
Yeah, last we saw him.
I'm better now, thanks to Cecil. Better? You should be in prison.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Cecil said he put Sinclair away, and Darkwing too, and now they're both working for him?
Right. Okay, right. This is exactly the concerns Debbie was voicing about Cecil. He doesn't care about anything except for the goal, which happens to be in name a very noble goal, and you want someone like Cecil on your side. He's going to help you win the war. In a lot of these cases, I think I would be against Cecil. Like, I really don't believe in the ends justify the means for just a whole host of reasons. But actually, in this case, I'm kind of on Cecil's side, because what are the means we're violating? It's trusting in people who have done terrible things to have a second chance. And I think that's risky, but not necessarily wrong. And it will depend very heavily on the circumstances. But it's not wrong in and of itself. I think when it goes right, that actually is ideal. It's ideal when somebody starts doing good things, regardless of their background. It's sort of unpalatable and hard to swallow to give people a second chance when they've done terrible things, because there's this scale of justice, and when there's all this pain left over of their wrongdoing, it's hard to tolerate the idea that people who have done bad things get to just live on and get to do good things that they're lauded for. But given that the past cannot be changed, that's the best outcome, no? Better than them being destroyed, better than them being punished eternally with no productive outcome, which still doesn't solve the damage of the past because nothing ever can. The desire to see people who have done bad things just suffer forever, though perfectly sympathetic, honestly, I think boils down to something like bloodlust. Given that, I think the evaluation of this comes down to the practical, the nitty-gritty details, the question of like, are they actually trustworthy? Are they actually going to help? Are they not going to just turn around and do something terrible again? Unfortunately, unfortunately, there's no perfect way to know, which is why I think we kind of default to the side of safety and imprison people for long periods of time. There's an asymmetry or gap of knowledge that makes that make sense as a precaution. But obviously, because of that asymmetry, there's also cases where that goes wrong and there's a lot of loss unnecessarily. In the realm of the practical, and is this a good choice or not, it's kind of unclear for that reason. But I don't think Cecil will do this lightly either. It kind of remains to be seen.
I don't need to know everything to know this is wrong. Jesus. I was an idiot to believe Cecil.
I think well, that also is true. You shouldn't necessarily believe Cecil. He does lie.
Oh, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this right now.
Mark,
I think you're a little emotional right now.
I can't, Eve.
He might be right, but
I'm sorry.
not like this.
And I'm sorry about before, too.
It's canceled. Our relationship canceled.
He turned people into monsters. He almost killed William. He should be in prison.
He can't fix his mistakes in prison, Mark. Neither can Darkwing.
Also, there's a middle road here. It's not one or the other. If he's working in like Cecil's lab, it's like active prison.
You don't waste people like that. You reform them, repair them, let them make restitution for their mistakes.
Yeah, I'm with Cecil on this, honestly.
They murdered people.
I know, it sucks. It's complicated. Omni-Man in the same boat, right? I mean...
You killed Angstrom Levy. Should I lock you up too?
Right.
Throw away the key?
You know that was different.
Of course it was. Right.
And I think about it every single day.
Oh, you think about it. That's good.
How about you extend me the same privilege and go home?
No way. I'm not going anywhere until Sinclair and Darkwing are both back in prison.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to die on this hill or do terrible things on this hill.
The White Room is for my protection.
Protection from what?
From you.
From you, Mark.
Right. Yeah. No, this is really dangerous.
Mites have conquered thousands of planets.
Thank you. I needed Alan's soothing voice right now, even if he's talking about universe colonization.
Live, die, it's your choice. Then, in that case, you are not getting rid of me that easy. Besides, like you said, I am incredibly ripped now, so it would take a pretty big laser.
Oh, that was a dark cut. He really just took that laser? That was brave and confident.
You're alive? Of course. How else? Whoa. Wait. Were you worried I was gonna die?
It's lonely in here. And Omni-Man is an extrovert. Speaking of redemption, very dark, hard to swallow redemption.
Well, Nolan, come on. Come on, seriously. Stop.
It's one of the most interesting things about the show, I think. Because what? We're supposed to take Omni-Man as a serious contender for someone who is a positive character after what he did on the subway with Mark's face? That's a lot to swallow. It's a very demanding idea. It's a lot to ask. But people are not categories, right? We use good and bad, for example, as kind of a shortcut, for our overall general sentiment about someone. But then we also overextend that to it being like the quality of a person intrinsically through and through across all time. Time being a very key element of this. As Cecil pointed out to Mark, nobody wants to be remembered or defined by their worst moments. And also critically, I don't think there is any actual connection between the good one can become and the intensity of the terrible things they've done previously, or whatever, in any direction. Because we're trying to function in the world and we're trying to learn where to put people and how to treat people. We desire a narrow label and we want to write people off one way or the other, when the reality is just way more complex than that. And so part of the dissonance is thinking if we can accept that a person can go on to do good things, it means we're forgiving or retconning our assessment of the evil in the past, because a person can only be one thing, right? You can only be good or bad. That's kind of the subconscious assumption there. But no, it can be all of those things. The thing the person did before was inhuman and terrible and despicable, and they should never be forgiven for that. And that same person can do wonderful, glorious, magnanimous things. It can be the same person at two different times, doing totally different things. And it kind of begs the question, what is the goal? Is the goal to assign people into a narrow label and treat people based on that? I mean, that's the compulsion. That makes it easy. But does that capture the full truth? And is that actually what is best for people, for humanity? Is that the best ethical framework to apply across a population? The answer to that question actually might be yes, just practically speaking, because we can't assess how sincere one's reform is. And it's way easier for someone to do mass damage than it is to do mass help. But it's not the same thing as the highest ideal or what's morally right. It's very interesting for Mark, who is worried about and had moments of Omni-Man-ness last season, to be rationalizing and justifying himself in this way and making what seems to be a physical declaration and stand against Cecil for what he feels is a very important moral issue to this level of agitation and emotion about it. He feels like he's right. He feels like this is the right thing. It's so obvious to him that it's a very simple issue. Bad people must be punished. And complicating it is that he is right about some things, like Cecil is a liar, and that those people actually did do terrible and unforgiving things. But that conviction without any kind of nuance actually makes him very dangerous.